and it's done, I would say, right enough. Okay, just real quick, we're doing the floorboards. It's not going too in depth because I just need to get the floor patched so we can get the engine in. I shot just a little of doing this floorboard because kind of just wanted to get it done as kind of quickly, and it's done, I would say, right enough. It's not pretty, but I got all the rust out. Could have gone to the option. There is floorboards you could buy and purchase and cut out, but the one issue I didn't want to deal with is the subframe, or not subframe, but like the frame rail essentially in this unibody that runs down just the side of it, and I would have had to cut that apart, move everything. I just was a little nervous doing it. I ended up cutting everything up in a couple pieces instead of one big piece because there was just so many curves going on with this floorboard, but I was able to pound it in and get them close enough. I got the rust taken care of. I've got it solid again. I mean, the floor is now, you're not going to fall through it. And that's really was the big goal. For now, this is together. There's no holes, and I can now bolt my pedal box up. I got to drill these 2 holes out. I just laid this on there just so it would match up and not have to worry. And then I'll drill the holes now. We're going to put some seam sealer down on this, and then I'm actually going to go over and paint all of this with some rusted later because there's just a couple little pinholes in here that I just didn't want to keep burning the metal up. I already used some of it, but I just ordered some HC Delco. Hopefully it didn't dry up too much. And then I'll grab my Cox gun. There we go. I said, hopefully, I used this just a couple weeks ago, so hopefully we keep using it, because I would suck to have to go buy more. And this is half full. Might have to make a little bigger opening, whatever though. Oh man, this is a longer screw than I remember. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it got sealed up nicely. There we go. Paint in 60 seconds, fast drying and water resistant. So that's good. Just looking down that barrel. So actually, maybe I'll have to get the little poker. Said hopefully. This up of a Speed Shark garage. We just mess with a cop gun. All right, we're gonna give this a shot. This is super messy, actually. I regret not having gloves the last time. So we're gonna put gloves on because the stuff stuck to my fingers for a solid week. Okay, I cut off an even bigger tip, but that's fine. We're gonna get some nice coverage off of it. Oh, come on. It just came out. There's the big chunk. I'll just save that for later. Whoop. Whatever the blockage was, I just found it. Jeez. This is how you make all those welds disappear, and then you look great. That's going to seal that up very nicely. So we'll probably be able to retain lots of water and rust it out again, but we're going to paint it. So we got that done. Way better for what I did than what was there. You could see there's the floorboards and underneath all the patchwork done. But I just remembered the pieces of the floor are still down here. So I'll show you some of that. But here we go. So you could see there's fiberglass. They bondoed and put some like patch repair. Basically didn't fix the rust, they covered it up. So, and you can see there's a hole there. I mean, my work isn't the prettiest, but it definitely wasn't like this. So could have tried to done one piece, but like I said, I want to get this kind of just moving along. And that was truthfully probably the quickest, easiest way to do it. I can see some of the seam sealer that's come out, so I know I filled some of those holes, and then obviously we're going to paint under there too. All right, so we're back here. This is the paint's dry under here. Threw in the carpet just to get it out of the way, and got the pedal box bolted in. Not that big of a job, but I wanted to show you guys the final product. Lift up this old carpet, and there's already dirt in there, but there it is. I mean, you can almost not even tell with the seam sealer and the paint, but that is all in and done. Next, I'm going to go get the subframe done up because I messed something up on that. So we're going to get on the subframe, replacing some stuff. We're exchanging some things that I forgot. And then Daniel's going to come over and we're going to get that subframe into the car. But there was the final product of painting the floorboards. Those are done, sealed, and delivered. And then obviously we got a little skateboard wheel. I didn't bother welding in the pedal yet for the gas. So that's all there, ready to go. On to the next thing. The reason we're coming back to it is because I messed up. Come to find out, this is the front spring. So I have installed in here the rear springs. Also, after looking on the website, the short ones go on the front. I don't know what I was thinking when I was putting this together, why I went with these, but we're going to put these in, and also I have some camber plates that are going to go onto the top hats of the struts. There it goes, collapsing in on itself and hopefully not bending any of my hard work. Okay. 19. And if this does fly off, then it's going to go straight into my wall. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But you could already see it's pretty loose already, so no big deal. There'd be tension. Okay, this is. I was gonna say I don't recall there being any tension on these springs when I installed them. That's why I figured they were the fronts, because they fit. And normally your fronts are longer because there's more weight, I'm assuming, but I guess not. So, camber plate, top hat, I'm just gonna pop those out. So you see, this is gonna sit on top. So I've got these bolts with some lock washers. If you don't know camber plates, basically it's still the same bolt, the same pattern, but they're all shifted. So then when this goes to get installed, it'll pull them inward and you have more camber, because this is not for looks, this is for race car stuff. So that's in there, and now you can see how these are going to be offset. So when it goes in, whoop, it's going to set in there. However, those holes align, but now it's pushing this over, so you can see how offset this makes everything. Just moves it all one over. So we're going to get this back on. We have the new spring, and there's one side done super easy. All right, so here is our camber plate. We're going, or whatever you want to call it. From what I saw in the book, if you're doing this and you don't remember, here we go. Guido, thick washer, a very thin like bearing cover, basically like a seal that'll enclose our bearings. Then the top hat itself. Then the top one, which is a lot thicker. So use the thin one on the bottom, thick on the top. And like I said, nice thing to do is This is a lowering spring, so I don't even have to compress anything. And that's it. So we're gonna grab our Allen wrench and wrench, stick that in there, and then I'm just going to start tightening it. All right, we're sitting out in front of the BMW, and it's time to put things back together. We've been working some brakes and some wiring, but we got to get this subframe back in to get some of the mounts set and ready to go. So this is a big time moment. We got the engine bay cleaned up and the subframe ready to go back in the car.
Okay.
There we go.
There
Yeah, just like that.
Easy.
That was nothing.
Why do we make that harder than it needed?
I don't know. Okay, now it's getting
Here's the tricky part.
the jack under.
Jacking it up. Oh, hold on.
I'm just going really slow.
Yeah. You got those nuts.
Yeah, you're good. It's in there. It's not going anywhere. Go up a little more.
How easy was this?
It was super difficult. Okay, so that was a pain in the butt. We spent the last 2 hours fighting this, so there's not much to record. But the subframe is back in the car. I don't know. I had put it in by myself a year ago before we pulled it out to move the car, and it went in pretty okay. Definitely not that difficult. But now I don't know what changed, but it was a lot more difficult to get in this go around. So I don't know if it warped or something, but we had to fight it. We beat on it, and we finally got it to settle. So that's good. It's in now, and hopefully it doesn't have to come back out.
Yeah.
Because that would suck. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
But
it's like mentally draining.
It was
like
rough.
I mean, we had ratchet straps, we had like pry bars, everything, and it was like not even an eighth of an inch off. And then I just like, it was like this sigh of like, crap. And then I looked again and it was in.
Yeah,
it
like,
must
have
put the bolt in
dropped
quick.
in.
Yeah, it just like kind of settled in because it has this like, we showed you in the, when we took it out, it has these like little, not bungs, but like little like raised things that like go up into the
alignment
frame.
pin.
Yeah, an alignment pin.
So yeah, it
just wasn't lining up. Every other bolt was except for this one. So kind of anticlimactic in that it just kind of went in. There wasn't anything special we did other than putting pressure on it. But it was like for 2 hours of pressure. Yeah. So
and now I'm looking at it, and I think I installed the brake calipers on the wrong side.